Hey friends, Rio here to talk again with you, my homo brothers, about your purpose. You see, I know that if you found your way here, that you have great purpose to offer this world. And you are already doing that by being who you are. Yet, if you have been feeling stuck or you haven't been feeling a sense of purpose, if you feel like you've been being dragged by the past instead of pulled towards a vision of the future, there's something in you that is asking to be activated. There's something in you that wants more self-expression. Oftentimes, that's what happens when we're feeling anxious is there's something within me that wants more expression than either I'm able or willing to allow. So if you're in a moment in your life where you know that you have gifts, you know that there's something, even if you don't know what form it will take, that there's something within you that wants more self-expression, then you're right on path. Having that awareness and that knowing is the first step. For many of us, once we have that awareness and that knowing, the next step is healing, because we cannot offer to the world from a place of feeling a lack and a deficit within ourselves. When we heal, what that actually means is that we bring ourselves back into wholeness, that we are not missing anything, we're not broken, and you are not broken. None of us are. We are maybe fractured off, maybe we are disintegrated, that parts of us have been scattered, but none of us are broken. So healing does not mean that you're fixing yourself or that you are needing to make yourself better in any way. Healing is coming back, is bringing yourself together, all the parts of you together into this space of self-worth, of wholeness, of assurity, of direction and focus in your life. From that space, then whatever we offer to the world will be out of integrity, not to fill a void or to, need to be validated or to find more self-worth from the external world. Of course, it's lovely that whatever we put out into the world, whether it's a song, a teaching, a piece of art, that whatever we put out into the world is well received. And usually it's only well received when we're coming from a place of pure generosity. This is what I have in my heart. This is the song in my heart. And again, that can take so many different shapes. This is the song in my heart. This is what has broken my heart. And this is how I want to help. When we come from a place of wholeness, it can be felt. And then more of what we're offering can be received. The foundation for all healing is our relationship with our bodies. And for us gay men, that relationship can be quite conflicted, and that can start from a very early age. That can start from the time that we have even the slightest awareness that we might be a little bit different than the people in our families. We can start to change ourselves. When we start to recognize that we have sexual desires and impulses towards the same sex, we can start to distrust our body. From that point, most of us have that conflicted relationship. And all of the different things that happen in our lives, all the different experiences that we personally have, from sexual abuse to religious trauma, to physical abuse, to any number of things that don't have to be a capital T trauma, but over time chip away at our relationship with ourselves, at our ability to trust ourselves, at our ability to find safety within our own bodies. So If we are not embodied, if we don't have a relationship with our body, if we hover somewhere over here or we're completely somewhere else, that's okay. There's no shame in that. That is very common for most of us. But developing and building a relationship of self love and trust and honor within our bodies is the foundation for all healing. It is without that, we're not aware of, because our body speaks through the language of our nervous system and through sensations, we can become aware of what situations and experiences are right for us or not. This is where our intuition lives. This is where our deepened relationship with like a true embodied spirituality lives. This is how we can access our life force energy, our sexual energy, to work for and with us. This is where we find the root and the base of worthiness for money and the type of relationships that we truly desire, all from this space of wholeness. And when I say that, there is no final destination of wholeness and embodiment and healing, but every stage in our life will ask us to step across a threshold. And when we do that, there will be more embodiment to be had. There will be more healing, because things that shame, especially, that would hold us back into states of smallness, will come up. When we grow, when we become more seen, when we take brave new steps, when we have a new idea, what will happen is the shame that has previously held us back will come to the surface. And then we purge that, we detoxify that, we heal it. So, this foundation of embodiment, so important, because without it, we're really not aware of what's happening for us personally. We might have a lot of thoughts about things, but we're not tapped into actually, how do I feel about this? And not every feeling in our body is accurate as a reflection of what's happening in the external world. But it is a reflection of what's happening in our internal world, which guides us to understand ourselves more deeply, so that we can learn from what our feelings, our sensations, our emotions are trying to tell us. It's like lights on the dashboard, that if we don't have a dashboard or all of the lights are out on the dashboard, how would we know what the car needs? These sensations, being able to be tapped into sensations, allows us to start paying attention. So this relationship with our bodies, deeply important, and it's something that I want to invite you into, because this Sunday, that will be December 22nd, this Sunday I have a free workshop called Back in My Body that I want to offer you. It is the space for you to explore what your relationship with your body has been. Again, free of shame, free of a particular protocol or way that you have to relate to your body, but an invitation through a lot of different experiences that we will share together of how you can relate to your body, how you can drop into this space, so that you can start to build the foundation of safety, and so that you can go into the deeper healing that you might need to go into based on where you are and what thresholds you're crossing in your life. Then you'll have the space, you'll have the capacity, you'll have the container, which is this beautiful body of yours. You'll have this space to explore what deep emotional healing we all need to have, what sexual healing that we all need to experience, often religious trauma healing that so many of us have carried around. All of this develops a foundation for you to have self-worth and self-value, to respect yourself, and have this self-knowing and this center that is really strong, so that whatever then you do feel inspired to bring out into the world, whatever gifts you're here to be giving, that those things can come from that really embodied place, and that it can be a beautiful exchange with the world in whatever way your gifts manifest. So below, you will find the link to Back in My Body. I would love to see you there. And for those of you who do not feel inspired to come to this workshop, I want to leave you with a couple of things that you can take and try on your own in your own embodiment practice. So we're all at different stages and levels and degrees of embodiment and feeling safe within our bodies based on our past. So I'm going to start with a couple of very simple things that are base level in developing this relationship with your body, and then a couple of things that might be slightly more advanced. So, the first thing to do is start paying attention to every time your body is giving you a signal that it needs something. Start calling it out within yourself that your body is telling you, for example, that it needs to go to the bathroom, or that it's hungry, or that you're aroused. Notice my body is telling me something and I'm receiving that message. What a beautiful thing that my body's communicating with me. It might sound very simple, but for some of us, that base level of having a relationship with our bodies in which we can trust it, we need to build that bit by bit. So, trusting that your body is telling you that it needs something and that it's something that you want, that you're thirsty, that you're hungry, that you need to go to the bathroom, that you're sexually aroused, that you're tired. Absolutely anything. Okay, thank you, body. And you acknowledge, thank you. You're giving me some good information. That builds the foundation of trust and communication. When you have this deeper relationship of trust and you're not feeling as much at odds with your body, what you might then try to do is pay attention to the sensations that you have in your body, bringing yourself more deeply into the body to feel. Of course, a very simple way to do that would be to then close your eyes down or let your gaze soften and start to explore, what do I feel and what don't I feel? Do I feel numb in certain areas of my body? Do I feel tension in others? Do I feel a tingling here or a pulse there? Seeing if you can do this without any judgment, without any expectation that you should have a different experience, so that you can soften, so that you can be present with what the sensations are. A deeper level then of self-exploration, once you notice sensations, is to start to ask the sensations. For some people, this might sound a little crazy, but in my experience, we can go really deep into our relationship with our bodies and actually communicate with it by going into a sensation and asking it what it has to tell us. This is a much longer practice that I do with people and that I will be doing in the workshop. But the general idea is to pay attention to the sensations that are the most dominant and then choose one of them and focus on all of the aspects of the sensation, its texture, its size, its shape, its movement. Focus as much attention as you can on that sensation and then ask it to give you the message that it's trying to give you. That can come through in an image, that can come through in words. If it's trying to get your attention and it has something to tell you, what is it trying to tell you? I hope that this serves you. I hope that you understand the foundation and the importance of this relationship with our bodies as it relates to the gifts that we're here to give and the fulfillment of the life that we are worthy of. I love you so much. I hope to see you in this workshop. If not there, I'd love to hear how you relate to this in the comments. Take care.